needed to postpone things for a while.
But pregnancy is not a condition that can be postponed, baby. You've got to start planning about it right away.
Mama, what possible plans can I make at this point?
Okay, all right. Now let's consider your options. First of all, do you want to accept the fact that you're Jesse's wife and you're going to move in with him and have your baby?
It's not that simple.
I didn't say it was simple, but there are other options that are just as difficult. I mean, you can put the baby up for adoption, or you can have an abortion.
I know I won't have an abortion.
Okay. You want to raise your baby alone?
Well, I don't see how I can. Not if I want to become a doctor.
Honey, a career can wait. A baby can't.
I know. But even if I put off college and medical school, I just don't think that Jesse is ready for the responsibility of raising a baby.
Sugar, how do you know if you don't talk to him?
Well, I know he was counting on me getting a part-time job.
Well, of course, because the situation as he understood it then, I mean, there was nothing wrong with your working then.
But that's when I was trying to explain about going to college. He can't afford to pay for that. How can I dump this on him?
He may not consider this being dumped on. I mean, he may welcome the idea of a child.
I doubt it.
Baby, don't be so pessimistic until you talk it over with him.
Mom, the last thing Jesse said before he left town was that he never ever wanted to see me again.
All right. All right, he's out on a singing engagement.
He's probably back by now. Mom, how can I ask him what his feelings are about having a baby at this point?
Okay. Well, maybe I could talk to him and see how he feels.
No, Mama, I don't want you to tell him that I'm pregnant.
No, I won't. No. That's got to come from you.
One Life to Live.
I'd like you to give her time to consider the commitment she's making to you.
You're asking me to hold off the ceremony. Forget it.
Ace's wedding day could be ruined.
Oh, Larry, I don't know whether I can go through with this.
And on General Hospital.
Got Luke on the brain.
Where have you got him?
Robert, stop it. It's Luke's presence going to be the background for all our emotions. We can't live with him between us.
One Life to Live, General Hospital. Weekdays.
I came by for that second cup of coffee.
Lars, I'm going to have to give it to you with the serving spoon, I'm afraid.
Oh, come on, you've got the time.
No, I don't. I'm late already. I'm up, and Lillian's going to wonder where on earth I am.
No, she won't, because I already dropped by the serving spoon, and I told her that you wouldn't be in today.
What? Lars, I can't do that. I can't let her run the place all alone.
Well, why not? She's perfectly capable and certainly willing.
Well, she's very capable. That's why I just can't take advantage of her.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. You see, I've made a little arrangement with Lillian, and I think she's very happy with it.
What are you talking about?
My gift to you. Lillian's the general manager of the serving spoon, with a very handsome increase in salary.
I don't believe this.
It's true. From now on, you don't have to go into work. You don't have to worry about being late anymore.
It's incredible. You have no idea how Lillian has been worried about finding another job and making more money.
Well, she did throw her arms around me. I was hoping you'd do the same thing.
Oh, Lars. No one's ever given me such a thoughtful present. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
No, it was very selfish of me. Because it gives us a chance to spend a little more time together.
Do you think people like being played with like pawns on a chessboard?
Darling, there's no reason to shout.
No
really.
reason. When you took Cliff's talent and used them to sabotage our marriage?
Well, I tried to use his talents, of course. I mean, he was a mediocre small-town surgeon. I just wanted to give him the opportunity to make a name for himself.
Then why did you invest so much time and money into pushing forward a mediocre career?
I did it for you, darling. I wanted you to be proud of him.
You never wanted me to be proud of Cliff.
Well, there really wasn't very much to be proud of. I mean, you know, his lack of achievement I felt was... Well, at least it was an embarrassment to you, and you were the head of a new company, and so I thought...
That's exactly the argument that Cliff told me you were going to use.
I invested a great deal of money in that research, and now that he's receiving all of the awards,
Well, the only reason you invested any money is so that he would have to work late nights and weekends so that he would lose me.
Oh, well, that's nonsense. I mean, how could I predict what was going to happen between you and Steve?
I don't know. Unless, of course, maybe you paid Steve to pursue me.
How could you suggest such a thing?
Because I remember what you did with Sean Cudahy.
Don't you mention that name. Steve is a man of principle.
Unlike my father, who bought the end of my marriage.
Why do you insist on calling that mistake a marriage?
Because I like to remember how happy I used to be.
It was a delusion. Your happiness could be found with a man like Steve, not that ungrateful wretch.
Hello? Good. What line? Thank you. Mr. Bogart? This is Cliff. I wanted my secretary to call you because I thought this was confidential. Yes, of course. What's on your mind? Well, I ran across some information today that I think may be of some help in dealing with our friend Palmer Cortland.
I want my half-hour comedy hour.
You got it, Ricardo. It's a fantasy come true when Ricardo Montalban, John Davidson, and Richard Pryor guest star on the half-hour comedy hour. Tomorrow.
Friday, a jailbird comes to the mansion to feather his nest on Benson.
An ABC News Brief brought to you by Frito-Lay Tostitos. Now from Washington, Peter Jennings.
Good afternoon. In southern Ecuador, a military transport plane carrying nearly 120 people has crashed, reportedly killing everyone on board. And early this morning, 6 U.S. servicemen were killed when their helicopter crashed on a small island in Lake Michigan. FHA and VA mortgage rates are up again, rising today to 12.5%. Now this.
If you haven't tried Tostitos brand tortilla chips, you don't know how light, how crispy, how full of flavor they are. Oh, but you're missing.
According to the National Research Council, video display terminals, standard equipment in many offices, don't damage vision. Eye strain should be blamed on workplace design or the length of time the terminal is used. And officials in California say it will be several days before fires in the Los Padres National Forest can be brought under control. That's News Brief. I hope you'll join us for ABC's World News tonight.